The story begins in a small Hollywood apartment in Los Angeles. We meet Gemma, a young woman from a tiny town in Georgia who came with big dreams of becoming an actress. Talented but struggling, she lives on a tight budget, yet clings to hope that she'll succeed one day. Her parents support her emotionally, though they quietly doubt her chances, giving her a small envelope of cash meant only for a return trip home. Money she carefully saves. Soon, her belongings arrive, and that same day, she heads out with her resume to find work. Hollywood, however, isn't welcoming. Several places refuse even to take her resume. Determined to stay in the entertainment world, she keeps searching, but finds nothing. Exhausted and discouraged, Gemma notices a private company called Somnium, the very name of the film, with a hiring sign on its gate. Inside, a receptionist named Olivia tells her that Dr. Catherine Schaffer is busy and asks her to leave her resume and come back for an interview tomorrow. Curious about what this company actually does, Gemma wonders aloud. At that moment, Dr. Schaffer appears and explains, "We make dreams come true. Somnium specializes in a unique project where clients design and experience their own dream worlds using advanced machines and sleeping pods, allowing them to stay inside the dreams they create." Dr. Schaffer asks Gemma a few quick questions: where she's from, what she's done before, and her education. Gemma explains that she used to work night shifts at her parents' diner, studied literature for 2 years, and now dreams of becoming an actress. Dr. Schaffer warns that the job is demanding, with long night shifts, but offers to start her the next day if she's willing. Desperate for work and happy she can still chase acting on the side, Gemma agrees. Her role is a sleep sitter, simply monitoring clients as they explore their custom dream worlds to ensure they're safe. Gemma is relieved. It's just a temporary job while she aims for something bigger. That evening, back in her apartment, she briefly feels someone is there, but when she turns on the light, the room is empty. The next day, some personal belongings arrive, including her diary. Reading it pulls us into her past and a gentle love story. In her hometown, Gemma had fallen for Hunter, a boy who worked in his father's garage and dreamed of building his own house while pursuing music. She even kept a drawing of the home they once planned together. Throughout the film, brief flashbacks reveal moments from this relationship and why they eventually drifted apart. Despite sending out countless resumes, Gemma still hasn't heard back from acting jobs. That night, she begins her first shift, where Noah, a dream designer at Somnium, trains her. He explains that the Somnium project has taken 15 years to develop. Noah gives Gemma a tour of the sleeping pods, explaining how Somnium works. They collect each client's personal data and moods, feed it into a machine, and build a dream where the client's fantasies become real. Most of these people feel hopeless in real life, so they escape into dreams to experience what they can't have outside. Gemma asks if clients ever lose the ability to tell dreams from reality. Noah doesn't give a clear answer, hinting there may be a darker side to the process. After showing her the system and handing over a uniform, Noah leaves Gemma to monitor the pods alone. Craving friendship in this big city, she hopes to connect with Olivia, who works the day shift. Noah mentions Olivia sometimes hangs out at a local arcade. Gemma, inspired by her favorite celebrity Max, a famous star she admires, heads to the arcade hoping to find Olivia, but she's not there. Instead, Gemma meets a friendly man named Brooks, who chats warmly and gives her his card, offering help if she ever needs it. Their conversation lifts her spirits. The next morning, Gemma wakes to exciting news. She's been selected for an audition. Thrilled, she starts preparing. That night at work, Noah talks more about his job, showing how he designs dreams. He even takes a photo of Gemma and feeds it into an AI program, explaining he could place her image inside anyone's dream so they'd remember her in real life. The idea surprises her. Noah also casually suggests they grab coffee sometime if she doesn't have a boyfriend. The following day, Gemma nails her audition, impressing everyone and proving she truly has talent. She just needs the right break. After coming home, she realized she hadn't paid the rent on time, so Gemma received a warning. One night during her shift, Gemma notices something strange on the surveillance cameras. When she checks the client's pods, she glimpses a terrifying creature in one room. Olivia was there, and Gemma told her to look inside because someone might be there, but when Olivia checked, she didn't see anything. Olivia assumes Gemma is just overtired. The next day, Gemma video calls a friend back in her hometown and asks about Hunter. Her friend casually mentions he's seeing someone new, though Gemma feels a sting of sadness. But now Gemma and Hunter had already separated, so it didn't matter who he was with. Lonely, Gemma calls Brooks, who invites her out. He seems wealthy but mysterious about his work. Anyway, he talked nicely with Gemma and encouraged her to follow her dreams. He even offered to help, saying that projects with auditions like these often came his way. Hearing this made Gemma feel really good. In the following days, Gemma attends multiple auditions, but none lead to roles. Her confidence starts to crack. One night at Somnium, she finds Hunter's old camera with a few personal videos. Before she can watch, chaos erupts. Staff rush in to remove a client who's having a dangerous reaction. Noah explains this is linked to Cloud9, an advanced program that keeps clients in dreams for extended periods. The effect is powerful. People lose the ability to separate fantasy from reality and return mentally broken, believing the dream world is the only real one. Noah seems unconcerned, but Olivia is deeply troubled. She tells Gemma about patient 221, a case where the Cloud9 procedure completely erased a person's old life. The patient emerged convinced every dream had already come true, essentially living a brand new existence. Olivia warns that if the process fails, it can even be fatal. Gemma grows curious about patient 221, so during her next shift, she sneaks into the records room to find the file, but it's the only one missing. She notices a locked cabinet and tries to open it, but a noise outside startles her. Stepping out, she sees Noah leaving room 9, looking nervous as if he's hiding something. From inside, Gemma hears a girl's voice. Before she can ask questions, Noah abruptly asks whether she checked his camera. When she says no, he tells her to head home early and that he'll handle things. Gemma assumes he just has a private date and quietly leaves. The next day, Brooks calls and invites her to a Friday night party filled with industry people, a perfect networking chance. But Gemma is scheduled for her night shift. She asks Olivia to cover, but Olivia refuses and warns that if Dr. Schaffer sees any gap on the CCTV, Gemma could be fired. Gemma considers slipping out for just an hour, but Olivia still says no. Flashbacks show more of Gemma's past with Hunter, his love of music, his dream of joining a band, and the growing fights that ended their relationship. Remembering it all leaves Gemma emotional. Determined to attend the party, she decides to tamper with the security footage. While reviewing videos, she discovers someone has already deleted several clips, all from room 9. Restoring them, Gemma finds disturbing scenes. Noah running the Cloud9 procedure on different women, including footage from the night she saw him there. Uneasy, she saves copies of the videos for herself. That evening, she gets ready for the party. Brooks picks her up, and in the car, she meets Kate and Dakota, 2 of his friends. At the event, Gemma enjoys the lively atmosphere until she notices Dakota sitting alone, Discouraged after 15 years of struggling in the industry and facing yet another rejection, Gemma offers comfort, but deep down, she feels her own quiet sadness too. At the party, Brooks introduces Gemma to Max, the superstar she has always admired and hoped to emulate. During their conversation, Max learns Gemma works at Somnium and shares something shocking. Somnium completely changed her life. Years ago, everyone thought Max was dead, but after undergoing an experimental procedure, she emerged a different person. The bigger surprise? Max was patient 221, the very first subject of the dangerous Cloud9 project. Gemma can hardly believe that Max's fame isn't pure talent, but partly the result of Somnium's process. Disturbed, she leaves the party late and returns to work, only to find Olivia waiting outside. Olivia knows Gemma skipped her shift, which means Gemma has lost her job. Dejected, Gemma heads home and finds an eviction notice. Pay the overdue rent in 3 days or move out. That night, strange sounds echo through her apartment. In the kitchen, no one is there, yet the TV switches on by itself. When Gemma turns it off, the same eerie creature she once glimpsed at Somnium appears behind her and charges. She locks herself in her room, trembling in silence. The next morning, she's exhausted and terrified. Desperate, she calls Brooks for help, begging him to find her any kind of work. Brooks senses her fear and tells her she has real talent, but must face her fears head on. When you're scared, look it straight in the eye. That's how you win. Gemma, however, only wants immediate help, but Brooks offers no job, no shortcut, and never takes advantage of her vulnerability. Feeling completely hopeless, Gemma remembers the day she and Hunter broke up. Hunter had told her they wanted different things. He wished to stay home and pursue music, while she dreamed of acting in Los Angeles. He urged her to follow her own path, and that very day, Gemma decided to leave for LA. That night, returning to her apartment, Gemma finds the door open again. Fearing the creature's return, she calls out, "What do you want?" Suddenly, a masked man attacks and injects her with a sedative. When she regains consciousness, Gemma is inside room 9, kidnapped by Noah. He plans to perform the same dangerous Cloud9 experiment he's done on other women, targeting those with no one to look for them. Many subjects either die or lose their sanity. Because Gemma now knows his secret, she has become his next test case. Noah injects her again, and her mind slips into a dreamlike state. Gemma wakes in a strange version of the Somnium building, realizing she's trapped inside a simulation Noah designed. The monstrous creature appears once more. Telling herself it's only in her head, she still panics and runs. Outside, she stumbles onto the set of her favorite TV show, a place she's always longed to visit. Here, in this dream world, Gemma is a celebrated star. An audience gathers for her interview, but when the host asks questions, her nervous answers disappoint them. Overwhelmed and terrified, Gemma bolts from the stage, still caught between nightmare and reality. Gemma struggles to wake, but can't. Suddenly, she's back at her parents' diner, where she once worked, and sees Hunter. He tells her she left for Los Angeles to chase acting, even though she doesn't have what it takes and should come home. These words echo Gemma's own hidden fears, that she chose wrong, that she'll never find real love and will end up alone. Realizing this vision is only her mind talking, Gemma tells Hunter she's ready to let go of the past and move on. He disappears, but the eerie creature's growl returns. At first, she thinks of running, then stops. Instead of fleeing, she turns and faces it head-on. The creature shrieks, but Gemma stares into its eyes until it crumbles to dust. The monster was her fear made real, the dread of failure, loss, and the huge risks she took by leaving everything behind. Brooks had sensed that fear and urged her to confront it, and now she finally has. With the creature gone, Gemma wakes up, The experiment is over. She's alive and has faced her deepest fear. Calm and smiling, she gathers her things and steps outside. Noah, stunned to see her awake, panics and runs. Dr. Schaffer and Olivia arrive, confused. After all, Schaffer had already fired her. As Gemma leaves Somnium, she calmly tells Dr. Schaffer and Olivia to check the hard drive before walking out. Back at her apartment, the news reports a shocking scandal. Somnium has been permanently shut down after an employee was found to have assaulted several women. 16 years after its creation, the entire project is dismantled. In the final moments, we see a changed Gemma, stronger and determined to build a better life. She has conquered her fears and reclaimed her confidence. Just then, a talent agency calls to offer her an acting role. Gemma smiles, realizing her dream is finally within reach. And with that hopeful note, the story ends.